It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks on EA Sports.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Pressure comes and down he goes. Draymond Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
2nd down, here's Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. first down. Here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, playing through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Now it's Richardson.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They've definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. to boot it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richardson over the middle into the hands of Woods. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he's got Pierce. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Richardson to throw off play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Gay's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action. It's Smith. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you come back towards either the line of scrimmage or the sideline. And, boy, that one worked to perfection.
Now Gino on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Gino now to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Richardson to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Colts getting ready to go.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Richardson.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson. Has this complete to Woods.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Buying time to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
First and 10, Taylor now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Running left, Taylor. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd down, here's Richardson. Touchdown Colts! Jelani Woods from 8 yards out. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And a Jelani Woods touchdown catch capped things off. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Smith on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Geno. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. On first down, Richardson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Richardson to the air on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Second down and 3.